Button Alt plus S.
Hello everybody, this is Rich Yamamoto, and in this video, I'm going to give you a demonstration of an audio game for Windows again, and it is called Pacman Talks. Now, what is Pacman Talks? Well, it's essentially an accessible version of the arcade game Pac-Man from the 80s. And it came out in 2002 and was developed by PCS Games under the GMA game engine. And basically, the premise of the game is pretty much the same. You're Pac-Man running around a maze, collecting dots, the whole 9 yards. And so, what that means for us is everything is audio-based. And so the ghosts now have like sound effects and voice clips to kind of show and indicate which one is which. And there are 4 ghosts. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through this, and we're going to go through the gameplay, the help system, and the whole 9 yards. So, one of the other things that I want to mention is one of the things that sets this game apart from older audio games of this era is that this game has graphics. I have absolutely no idea how the graphics work, what they look like, or anything like that. And neither will you, because I'm recording this through an audio recorder, so it's not going to be capturing video, it's just going to be capturing my sound card. So what I do know, though, is that the graphics are there and that they exist, and I think they're pretty basic. Like I said, I really have no idea what they look like or anything like that, because, you know, big blind. So I'm going to launch the game now.
Folder view list, Pacman Talks 30 of 38. Speech mode off.
This game is self-voicing, unlike Endless Runner, so I don't really need NVDA for most of this. So I'm going to press enter.
Pacman Talks, a PCS game by Phil Vlasak. With the GMA game engine. Copyright 2002. Version 1.14. Help, hit F1.
Would you like training mode? No.
Okay, so now it's asking me if I would like training mode. And what training mode is it allows the ghosts. So it doesn't allow the ghosts to move. Okay, so like they're all staying in one spot. And so they can't move towards you or kill you or anything like that. The only way that they can move towards you is if you move towards them. Or, I mean, the way that they can kill you is if you move towards them. I'm going to leave training mode off. But if you wanted to, you could press up and down arrows to navigate.
Yes, no. Yes, no. You know. Yes. Yes. No.
For some reason, there is a delay for yes.
Yes. No.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, no.
Yeah, it makes no sense, but okay. So I'm going to press no.
Level 1. 47 blocks. 55 blocks.
Okay. So, you notice, I'm going to press P to pause the game. Okay, so you notice that the game just automatically starts, right? There's no main menu, there's no nothing. So, what we have to do here is we have to hit F1 to get to the help menu.
Help menu. Use the up and down arrows, hit escape to end game.
Okay, so what this help menu is basically a main menu help system and options menu kind of all in one. So it's basically 2 submenus in one. And so it's kind of interesting. So I'm going to press up and down arrows to navigate through this menu. So we've got game, so I'm just going to press down arrow.
Movement. Information. Dots and ghosts. Pacman sound identification. Ghost sound identification. Audio instructions. PCS Games information. Options. Options. Options.
And that buzz means that we're at the bottom of the menu. And for some reason, this menu does not wrap around at the top.
Game.
So I'm going to press home and we go to game. So what essentially is happening here is we have these different key commands that it will list off. And when you press enter on any of them, it will activate that particular command. So I'm going to press enter on game and we're going to go through this.
Full help. Control F1 reads PMTTXT with notepad and your screen reader.
So that's full help. So like that's if you wanted to read the user manual.
Quit game. Escape. Save game. F3. Play your saved game. F4. Pause game. B. Check speakers. S. Reset sound card. R. Help menu. Use the movement.
Okay. So I'm going to press enter on movement.
Continuous forward. Up arrow. Stop and 1 step forward. Control. Up arrow. Turn around. Down arrow.
Okay. One of the things I want to mention is these prompts are very choppy because they're pre-recorded prompts, and so I think what happened was each word was recorded separately, and so it all sounds kind of...
Turn around. Down arrow.
Yeah. Instead of saying turn around.
1 step back. Control. Down arrow. Turn left. Left arrow. Turn right. Right arrow. Side step left. Shift left arrow. Side step right. Shift right arrow. Panic button. Takes you to the next level with the enter key. Help menu. Movement.
And I'm pressing left arrow to back out of these menus. So I'm going to continue down here.
Information. Direction facing. F. Lives left. L. Total points. T. Navigator. N. Look ahead. Control N. Where are you in X, Y coordinates? W. Your location. In the maze. M. Send map of level to file. Control W. Help menu. Dots and ghosts.
I'll press enter here.
Dots left D. Dot detector. Control D. Distance to closest ghost. Space bar.
Whoa.
Name of ghost. Control space bar. Pacman sound identification.
Alright, here we go.
Pacman walking. Nearing wall.
Yeah, and some of the way that this pronounces words and the inflection is very strange.
Bumping wall. Nearing wall.
Yeah, the way it pronounces wall is very interesting.
Bumping wall. Opening to the left. Eating a dot. Escape tunnel near. Moving to other side of maze through tunnel. Superpower build near.
Superpower.
Superpower on. Superpower ending. Help ghost sound identification. Ghost ahead, getting closer to you.
Leave now. Leave now. Leave now. Leave now.
Except some of them don't actually say that.
Ghost near. Ghost gets you, losing a life.
Blanky wants you to leave.
Scare ghost.
I'm going out my mind.
Get extra life. Next level. Pinky is the fastest ghost but not so bright.
Pinky.
Blinky is slower and hard to shake.
Blinky.
Inky is terribly shy and will run away from you.
Inky.
Clyde is the smartest one and will try his best to get you, but he is the slowest.
Clyde.
So basically you want to stay away from Clyde.
Help. Audio instructions. You are Pac-Man moving through a maze. You score points by eating dots and scaring the 4 ghosts while you have superpower. When your power is normal and you get caught by a ghost, you lose life and go back to the starting area. When you eat all the dots on level, you go on to the next level where the ghosts get faster and harder to scare.
Yeah.
When you lose all your lives, the game is over. Eating a dot is worth 10 points. You get an additional life for each 10,000 points. Design of the Pac-Man maze. Pac-Man travels in a square bullseye pattern of passages. There are 4 rings of passages inside each other, with the ghost's home in the center. The outer ring includes a starting area at the south center, a superpower pill, and an escape tunnel on each of the 4 corners. Are you confused yet? I hope not. Help. PCS Games information.
So we have PCS Games information.
PCS Games information. PCS Games, 666 Orchard Street, Temperance, Michigan, 48182. Phone, area code 734-850-9502. Website, www.pcsgames.net. Help menu, options.
Okay, so now we got options. I'm not going to adjust anything in here because they're all what I want them to be right now, but...
Audio navigator, off.
Okay, I want to tell you how these options are set. So, you usually, in most games, have the ability to toggle things by using left and right arrows or the spacebar, okay? That is not necessarily the case here. Sometimes you can press the enter key as well. In this game, when you adjust one option, it boots you out of the menu, puts you back in the game, and then you have to go back into this help menu, back down to options, and then adjust it again. So, that's kinda ineffective, in my opinion. So, I already set things up here and let it do its thing because I didn't want to have to deal with that. But so we've got the audio navigator.
Ambient sounds, on.
Ambient sounds are on.
Background music, off.
Background music is off.
Step sound, on.
Step sound is on.
Step echo sound, off.
Step echo sound is off.
Training mode that stops the ghosts, off.
Training mode that stops the ghost is off.
Graphics, off.
And graphics.
Save your
Okay.
options
Whoops.
configuration.
Yep, and then save your options configuration.
Step echo
One
sound,
thing I will
off.
do, though, is turn on the step echo sound. And when I press enter, this is what happens.
On. Help options.
And then you go to
Audio
options.
nav. Save your
And then
option.
you
Save.
your options. So like I said, there are graphics. I don't really know how well they work, but yes, there are graphics. So because we have this
87
ghost in
blocks.
front of us,
Okay.
we're going to turn around with the down arrow,
West.
and I'm going to head forward now.
West. North. West. South. East. South. North. West. North. West. Out. North.
And I picked up a superpower.
West. South. East. North. Seven blocks. West. South.
I'm going out my mile.
Pinky.
North. East. North. West.
Okay, that got really chaotic. So I just want to explain a few things that happened there. So I'm going to pause this. Okay, so I picked up a bunch of dots, and then I also picked up the superpower. And the superpower pill lets you kind of scare the ghosts back to the ghost home. And then, you know, they're kind of out of your way. And so when you scare the ghosts, they disappear, and then you just keep collecting dots and getting a bunch of points. So I'm gonna keep going here, and we're just gonna keep collecting points, and you'll hear me turn every so often, and I'm doing that with the left and right arrow keys when I hear passages and stuff to the left and right.
South. East. South. East. Got detector on.
So I can hear a bunch of dots in front of me.
Dots left 98. North. West. South. East. North. West. West.
Blinky.
South. East. West. North.
Blinky wants you to leave.
Oh dear.
West. Dots left 81. East. South. East. South. East. North. East. North. South. West.
Here we go.
East.
Superpower. Superpower.
South.
Superpower.
There we
West.
go. So now I can go find the ghosts and scare them.
South. You're in the safe place. East. North. East. North. West. North. West. North. West. North. West. North. South.
So that is essentially Pac-Man in an... Oh.
Blinky wants you to leave. Like you. Blinky doesn't like you.
Uh-oh.
Blinky doesn't like you. Blinky doesn't like you.
Oh no.
Blinky
They're all
doesn't.
used You scored 3,120 points and played 0 levels. Great game. You have been entered into the high score standings in position 3. Type your initials, and if they are less than 3, hit the enter key.
Basically, I scored bad. So, I'm going to type
RWY.
High score standings.
W.
Press up and down arrows to browse, and press escape to exit first place.
RWY.
Scored 6,940 points and played 1 levels.
So I can escape here
Would you like training mode? No.
and hit no. And so,
Level 1.
let's say I want to load my save game. And on my save game, I'm at level 2.
Play your save
I can
game.
press
Yes.
F4 and press enter.
Loaded your save game.
And now I can press enter and go to the next level.
Points 6,940. Level 3.
I can do it again.
Points 6,940. Level 4. DOS left 173.
I can do it one more time.
Points 6,940. Level 5.
And that's basically how to advance levels if you don't want to play them. So I'm going to press escape to quit.
Are you sure you would like to quit? Choose yes or no. Yes.
You can press Y or N. I'm just going to press enter.
You scored 6,940 points and played 4 levels. Great game. You have been entered into the high score standings in position 2. Type your initials, and if they are less than 3, hit the enter key. Game over.
Okay.
Speech mode top. Start top. Folder view list. Virtual recorder dial.
So that's Pacman Talks. And the game, purchasing the game is interesting. So what you got to do is you have to go to gmagames.com. That's GMAGAMES.com. And you have to create an account. And then once your account is created, you select buy new game. Then you check the games that you want, and then you enter the user codes for the games that require user codes. Pac-Man does not require one, which is nice. And then you place your order on the next page, you confirm everything, and then Phil will send out, or no, David Greenwood of GMA will send your key to you. Usually with the prefix of PMT something. So, the game is $15, and I think it's well worth it as a time waster. I don't know necessarily if it's aged very well, but for a game like this, I really enjoy it, and I found that I can get around the maze quite well when I'm paying attention. One of the other things, very quickly, I want to show you is how I have it running so stably on Windows 11. So I'm going to go back to the desktop icon.
Folder view list. Pacman Talks 30 of 38.
And I'm going to press Alt-Enter.
Pacman Talks properties dialog.
And we're in the Properties dialog. And I'm going to Shift-Tab
Tab control. Shortcut tab select.
to the Tab control. And I'm going to press the right arrow
Compatibility tab selected 3 of 6.
to Compatibility.
Property page. If this program isn't working correctly on this version of Windows, try running the compatibility troubleshooter. I would like choose compatibility settings manually. Run compatibility troubleshooter button.
And I'm just going to keep tabbing.
I would like choose compatibility setting. Run this program in compatibility mode 4. Checkbox checked.
And I have it checked
Compatibility S combo box Windows
for
XP Service Pack 3 collapse.
Windows XP Service Pack 3.
Reduce color mode checkbox not checked. Run 640 x 480 screen resolution checkbox not checked.
And then
Disable full screen optimization checkbox not checked. Run this program as an administrator checkbox checked.
I've also got it checked to run the program as an administrator. I'm just
Start
going
toggle
to
button.
press escape to get out of there.
Full.
So, that is how I have it running. And you can do that if you want. You don't necessarily have to. I just found that it runs a tad better. with those settings enabled. So that is Pacman Talks. If you have any questions, you can email me at rich@pwry.net, or post them in the comments section, or follow me on Twitter at lockorientation and send me a message there. That's LOCKORIENTATION. Lock Orientation. So I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I know it's kind of chaotic and, you know, was very loud and things, but I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe, you know, you'll check out the game. I highly recommend it. I find it really fun. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.